Salute, General, Iro, Musa, Etiquette. I'm affectionately referred to as General Etiquette, and I've been thinking. I've been thinking about a variety of subject matter, but today specifically, I've been thinking about support for others. How do we continue to pour into our loved ones? How do we continue to support the people we care most about? Before that, let me say to all of my subscribers, new, old, and indifferent, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you hit the notification button so you know when I drop a video. You share with all your friends so we can continue to build this community, because you know what we do here. We build community through thought-provoking discourse, right? So like we were alluding to just a few moments ago, how do you continue to be a support for the people in your life? And one of the things, right, I actually received a very, very interesting text message this morning that was speaking to a similar topic, right? And it said one of the tools was to either ask and or contemplate, right? Does the individual in question need strategy or empathy, right? So without delving too much into what that text said specifically, I wanted to talk about that notion in and of itself, right? Because I know me personally, I've been guilty of jumping straight to strategy, right? So, because for me, in my conditioning, I'm a man. That's what we do. We fix things, right? You bring a situation if you want a solution. Otherwise, I would always be very confused and befuddled with how to be a support if the person wasn't looking for a solution, right? And a lot of people can argue, right? You're a man, you get to operate in the fashion in which you get to operate. But for me, like I said, right, we're building community through thought-provoking discourse. And one thing that we're constantly doing is relentlessly pursuing growth. And in order to have a holistic picture, your EQ, your IQ, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of these things are the things that we have to sharpen on a daily basis, right? We have to sharpen these things. But that notion, right, it really stood out to me. Because like I just admitted, I have a very difficult time, right, being a safe place for people to come, right, if they aren't necessarily looking for a solution. How is it that we work on it? How do we build on those things? How do we become more empathetic, right? How do we become a space to filter out, right? Because some things need time, right? Some wounds need time. Some wounds just need a listening ear. Some wounds don't necessarily need strategy. And in a lot of cases, right, it can actually be seen as insensitive, right, and not apropos, right? It actually won't help anything, right? Trying to jump immediately to a strategic solution is not the answer to every single problem. Right. So like I said, I don't profess to knowing everything. Right. I just want to be here to help facilitate the conversation. So please, I want y'all to hop up in the comments. Let me know what you think about this topic, this idea versus strategy versus being empathetic in a moment. Right. Being a safe space. What does being a safe space for people to come to you look like? Right. How is it that we communicate to people that we want to be a safe space? But what's also true is we have to work on our ability to say the things that we need, because in that relationship, right, whilst the person attempting to support the individual has to be open to the means of communication and the support that that individual wants in that moment, we also have to work on our communication, because something that we have to develop is our ability to say what we need, right? I've heard of a few on TV, but as far as I know, most people aren't mind readers. And because of that, right, a lot of people want to help. A lot of people want to be in a position of support. They just don't know how, right? So we need to come to the middle with these things. We need to be open and not assume or presume, right? Because it's extremely presumptuous to assume that we know what an individual needs specifically. And you don't have to care about every individual's plight, right? The thing is, for the people who are important to you, for your loved ones, what you want to do, those are the people, right, that you're going to want to engage. Those are the people that is worth doing the work with. And that's why they say, as you get older, right, as you develop more wisdom, as you learn more things, people tend to have less and less people around them. Why? Because relationships actually take a lot of work, right? And what you're going to start to realize is if you're going to put in a certain level of work, it should and has to be for people who are worth it, for people who you have a reciprocal relationship with, right? Any interaction between two people is a relationship. And because of that, the two people both have to be equally committed to growth, equally committed to fostering a healthy relationship. So like I've been saying, right, on the one hand, let's start being more open, right, in our communications and being a source of comfort when our loved ones need support. But let's also work on speaking our truth, saying what we need in a moment. A lot of people, we have trouble saying what we need. I know I've been guilty of it, right? And I'm consistently working on it. So as we continue to build and work on growth, as we continue to develop ourselves, just remember a lot of these things and let's keep building. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, man. Like, leave a comment down in the section. Let me know what you think about the video. If there's any topics you want us to unpack and tackle together, please drop it down there. Like I said, man, you know how the law of attraction works. Whatever you put out there, you get 10 times over. It takes nothing from one candle to light another. Bless somebody today. Give somebody a compliment. Put somebody onto something. Let's keep growing. Let's keep building the community, right? And if you see me, say what's up, but you probably won't because of the Rona. So I prefer you salute. General, Iro, Musa, etiquette.